Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today we're gonna review the Axisflying Cineon 35 V3. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Boom! Bags and paperwork and the super color drone under them. You get an extra set of HQ T90x4. I love these propellers. An accessory bag full of stuff. Spare battery strap. Two 5.8 GHz antennas. Camera mounts with different stiffness. The black one is silicone and the blue one is TPU. 900 MHz antenna holder. Replacement sticky battery pad and the gear to mount an action cam. Lastly, you get stickers and a quick start guide. And finally, it's time to check out the drone itself, which comes with this beautiful bright orange frame. You can also get it in super bright pink or turquoise. The weight is quite a lot, 345 grams without cameras and antennas. Once you put the O3 in, it's gonna be around 390 400 grams, which is really a lot in my opinion. I'm gonna talk about it later. But, of course, it feels super sturdy. Of course, the weight is, I don't wanna say justified, but it makes sense once you have it in your hand. The carbon is 3.5 millimeter thick, and there is a ton of plastic. The design feels really organic with all of these curves. Everything blends in together nicely. This is the GoPro mount, and under it there is also the GPS, which is very well hidden. There is a ton of protection on the bottom for the O3 VTX, but also this means there is no access to the SD card. They kind of remedied by putting a USB-C on the front of the drone that you have to connect to the O3, but I'm not a very big fan of not having access to the SD, because usually I just take the SD, leave the drone in the car, wherever it is, and bring it up to my laptop. In the ducts there is an LED wire that's gonna make this drone shine super bright. I like this battery mounting system. You can mount the battery and adjust the center of gravity. Also, they move the antennas out of the way, they are at the sides, so they pulled the XT60 connector back, and this drone can fit really long batteries. The motors are Axisflying 2006 1960 kV. And the flight controller is an all-in-one F7 with IM32 ESCs, and boom, finally the O3 is inside, and now the drone weighs 401 grams, which is mind-blowingly heavy for me. It sounds very noisy, like a vacuum. Sometimes I get the OSD, sometimes I don't. I don't know why, really. Wait, need to focus. Okay, now we are in acro, because I'm using the Beta FPV radio. So flight-wise, it makes a crazy amount of noise. Of course, it weighs 400 grams. It has a little amount of jello, and it feels very heavy while I do the maneuvers. But tuning-wise, they made a very good job, because, wow, yeah, tuning-wise, it's very great. Crazy. I didn't expect it to fly this good for the weight. The battery is for sure suffering. Also, we don't have the warnings because the OSD doesn't work. I don't know why. Again, sometimes I plug the battery, it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I opened it 3 times to check the wiring. The wiring is fine. And it's very pressed against the connector, so I really don't have any idea. Okay, so let's put it in angle and let's go for the chicken test. I bet they are gonna run like crazy with this amount of noise. Wow, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Look how fast they run today. I mean, this thing weighs 600, 700 grams with this battery already. So it's not pleasant to be under the stream of air. You can see it's... Man, poor chickens today. They have this elephant of drone running behind them. At least it's safe. Kind of. Look, look, they are running for their life. Okay, let's stop, otherwise I won't be eating eggs for a while. I mean, flight-wise is not bad, it's just it would have been better if it was lighter. That's my opinion on it. Motors are big. These propellers, I love them, and you can see how smooth they are. It's remarkable. I don't want to crash it really, because I have to take the pictures with the LEDs at night. But it's really, 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 oh my god, that leaf. It's really, really predictable where it will go. So, yeah, at least it flies super good. Of course, you can totally feel the weight. But the weight sometimes can be good because you have more inertia, the drone is a lot tamer, and it doesn't feel like it escapes your hand, if you understand what I'm saying. Yet, I am a big believer of let me choose the weight with a bigger battery, so I have much more runtime, because the battery is about to be done, and we are only, I mean, it's 4 minutes and 30 with a 1550, it's not that bad. It's not completely inefficient, but I have not been flying for a while because it has been raining. But I mean, at least it goes to show that this drone flies remarkably good. And I didn't expect it for this weight. Yet, again, lighter weight, it will still fly this good because it's the tuning, and yeah, just more versatile. The battery is a little bit warm, but the motors are super, super cool. And I have to say, it flies remarkably well for the weight. They did an amazing job on the tuning, and as a Cinewhoop, I feel like you can do some very good maneuvers. But the O3 is not the O4, so we need to put an action camera on it and see how it flies with that. And boom, let's fly with this brick, 800 grams. It's a little bit too much in my opinion, but I have to give them kudos for the recessed nut into the camera mount. It's a good design, this one. Let's see how it goes with this weight. Oh wow, oh wow. It feels very, very, very heavy. I have my throttle at 50%. I'm sorry, the OSD didn't turn on even this time. I don't know why, really. Again, it's wired correctly and it works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. Wow. That's really, really heavy. Can we find some chicken? We have the nice action camera. It's a pity not to chase some chicken with it. Flight-wise, it's nice. Feels controllable, yet it's, of course, heavy. Okay, chickens usually are in the chicken HQ. Well, okay, yeah. They have these holes in the ground. They sunbait there, basically. Oh, wow. I don't know if you can hear the chicken, but it's screaming for its life. It has a little bit of ground effect. You can see the dirt, how it circulates around the drone and it goes into the propellers. Yeah, chicken are not happy with this heavy drone. Okay, let's put it in acro and see how it flies now. Yeah, it doesn't move. It doesn't go slow, but you feel it's taking a toll on the battery. And I am now a little bit scared to acro, but the tuning is not bad. This is a drone if you wanna be heard by everybody, even in the nearby towns, they are gonna hear this drone. I have to shout. It's one of the loudest things I ever heard. Oh my God. Man, this drone could have been so good if it wasn't at least 100 grams heavier than it should have been. Because they seem to know how to tune a drone. The jello is gone with this bigger camera on top. No, a tiny amount, but I don't think it's gonna be seen in the stabilized footage. Wow. But it's totally controllable. Yet I don't feel like, I mean, I will bring it on a place and shoot with it because it makes just a ton of noise. And it's very heavy as well, so if you crash on something, you have a lot of mass. Oh my God, I am surprised that they managed to make it fly this good. Wow. And I've not been flying for a while, so it moves a little bit slowly, but no problem. And really, ducted drones usually don't fly this good. Wow. But the battery is draining quite fast. It's not crazy inefficient because we have been flying for 5 minutes before, and if you just hover, it seems like the duct design kind of is good. The propellers are spinning very close to the duct edge, so we have a little bit of more efficiency thanks to that, but yeah. They should have saved some weight for further weight and efficiency improvement. Yeah, if you cruise, it flies for a kind of good amount of time. Of course, these are bigger batteries than I would use on a 3.5 inch. And if you get a lighter one, you're gonna need lighter batteries and you're gonna do the same amount of flight. And if you start acroing on this, you suck the battery life out of it. And this is a pretty new battery. You just have to account for the drone not moving immediately, so you need to apply throttle a little bit before. The battery is still warm, but the motors are still cool, which is remarkable. Very nice motors. The battery still has a little bit of juice left, so probably I could have gone 7 minutes of this mixed acro and stable flying, which is impressive again for the weight. Time for my final opinion on the Axisflying Cineon C35 V3. This drone, it's beautiful, but at first I was very skeptical about it because dry weight is 400 grams, which for a Cinewhoop 3.5 inch is a little bit too much in my opinion. But then I flew it and I realized they did an amazing job on the tuning. This drone flies super nice, super smooth, super predictable. And it seems that this duct profile kind of helps with the efficiency as well, without too many drawbacks like prop washes and stuff. So, very nice. Of course, don't expect a nimble drone by any means. You can totally feel the weight when cornering, but it also kind of helps sometimes because it smooths out the movement. And again, it flies surprisingly good for how heavy it is. I also appreciate a lot of the design intentions with this drone, and I feel like they are on paper better than the competition because you have the GPS at the front, the X-T60 is way at the back, the antennas are out of the way, and the battery can move longitudinally to perfectly select your center of gravity. The problem I have with this drone is that on its own it's a very fine Cinewhoop. It flies nice and smoothly, and it can take perfect shots, no problem about that. But I have to suggest you getting a drone. I have to compare it with all of the other 3.5 inches Cinewhoop I have tested so far. For example, I have tested the Cinelog line from Gepard C or even the Power 35 from Beta FPV. And I mean, the heaviest of them, the CineON C35 V3, which I called it heavy, it is 330 grams. It's 70 freaking grams lighter than this thing. And it still has the GPS at the back, the big motors, the O3. There is no excuse to be 70 grams heavier in my opinion. And still, I believe the durability is the same because if you crash on concrete, the ducts are gonna break the same way, I believe. Or maybe these are even somewhat stronger, and the drone has less inertia because it's 70 grams lighter. And these drones are coming with the soft mount for the cameras. This one does not. And this drone, just like the Power 35, doesn't have access to the SD card slot in the O3. And for me, it's a big no-no. Maybe you don't use the SD card, you only use the action camera. But I think adding a hole to put the finger inside, like this drone, is so easy. I would have accepted it if this drone was waterproof somehow. Maybe close it completely, add some rubber gaskets, and maybe you can land in snow, land in a pool, and not fear your components shorting out. I don't even want to talk about the CineON C35 V3, which is very old, but still is one of my favorites. This drone is 247 grams. This is 400. There is just no excuse for drones to get this heavy. And even if you look in-house, the older version of this drone, the CineON C35 V3, seems like a much better drone. I have not tested it personally, but it has all the same electronics, the O3, the GPS, the LEDs even, and the action camera has a soft mount. And probably you can even access the SD card slot on the bottom. And is 70 grams lighter. It's a lot. It's 1/4 of the weight of this drone. I know I am ranting a lot about weight, but I hate this trend of drones getting heavier and heavier without gaining function, because 25% of the weight less gives you a much more efficient drone, zippier, and it's gonna be a much better flying one. If you still want the weight for wind resistance and smoothness, just add a bigger battery. That is useful weight. You get more battery life out of it. Add bigger motors, much better control. There are ways to put useful weight, but this is just useless plastic weight, which we don't need. And for sure, this drone looks very nice. In my opinion, is one of the best looking 3.5 inches out there. The electronics are very well protected, but these little advantages are not worth it, the extra weight. This is a drone you put on a shelf, you look at it, it's very beautiful, but if I had to recommend a drone for flying, this will not be it. And as always, that's all for today. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about my opinion on this drone, and also what do you think about this trend of drones getting heavier and heavier? How can we stop it? If you want to buy something, check out the links in the description below. Clicking on them, you help my channel a lot, and also many times you get discounts. Stay safe and happy flying. Bye!